The Epstein fallout is probably not going to end anytime soon, even though Donald Trump is, of course, desperately trying to get everybody to move on from it because, nothing to see here. He has, of course, called right-wing commentators and told them, you'd better stop talking about it. He put his plea out on social media, telling people to stop talking about it. My boys, stop doing it, boys. But none of that has helped. If anything, it's actually made things that much worse because it makes it very obvious that Donald Trump has something to hide. But MAGA, most of them have not yet put all the pieces together, right? It's obvious to normal people that Donald Trump is protecting himself. That's the only person he ever cares about protecting. And that's why we're not getting any of the Epstein files, because Trump's name is probably all over them. But MAGA doesn't realize that, so they are now asking Donald Trump to appoint a special prosecutor to look into it. And the person they are suggesting might be the worst human being possible to investigate something like this. I'll tell you who in just a moment, but first a quick word from today's video sponsor. I want to take a moment to tell you about a great new book available now by author Stephen J. Klubeck called Facing Hard Truths: How Americans Can Get Real, Pull Together, and Turn Our Country Around. Successful businessman, activist, and philanthropist Stephen J. Klubeck shares his proposals in Facing Hard Truths for creating an America that is more affordable, livable, and opportunity-rich. The founder, former CEO, and chairman of Diamond Resorts is a 2026 candidate for governor of California and has a reputation for transforming dysfunctional companies and lessons learned over a lifetime of public and private sector experience. And in his new book, he taps into his business acumen and offers solutions for our national concerns like immigration, crime, cost of living, and the coarsening of political discourse. Rising from California busboy to the boardroom, Stephen Klubeck relies on the action-oriented principles that drove his personal success to outline a plan that will take America from failing back to flourishing. Stephen Klubeck is an entrepreneur with more than 30 years' experience across every aspect of hospitality, and he's the author of Checking In, Hospitality-Driven Thinking, Business and You, and he's the former chairman of the State of Nevada Athletic Commission. His new book, Facing Hard Truths, shows us that effectively navigating the future depends on a reaffirmed commitment to integrity, collaboration, respect for rules and norms, something we haven't seen in this country in a while, economic inclusivity, a return to competence, putting others first, and fostering of social trust. Now, personally, I love that he includes putting others first. Now, that is something that is definitely missing from not just our political leaders, but it seems to be something that's being lost on us as a society as a whole. To me, that's the most important thing we need to get back to in this country. So you can find this new book, Facing Hard Truths, by going to Amazon.com or using the Amazon app, or simply click on the link in the description of the video to order your copy today. So over the weekend at Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA Student Action Bullcrap event, Kirk was talking on stage to Trump ally Steve Bannon. And here is who they suggested should be the guy to investigate this Epstein cover-up that Trump is totally not involved in. Matt Gaetz would be best, said Steve Bannon. And then Charlie Kirk said Matt Gaetz would be a no-brainer, right? For once, Charlie Kirk may have said something that's actually accurate. Matt Gaetz would be a no-brainer, that's for sure. Listen, you wouldn't have Colonel Sanders investigating people eating chicken, right? I mean, that's kind of what you're saying to do. Maybe in their minds, they were like, hey, we're talking about people having sex with underage people. Well, obviously, Matt Gaetz is the expert. Now, if that's your line of logic, I could see it, right? Because Matt Gaetz was accused of doing a lot of the things that Epstein was convicted of doing, except Matt Gaetz was never charged, so all of it is alleged. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying he was accused of it. Now, is that the kind of person we should put on a case like this? Matt Gaetz, who was only in legal practice for about a year before he went straight to politics. So this is a guy that has not even been in a courtroom as a lawyer in well over a decade. He has been out of the practice of law. So even if Matt Gaetz didn't have those accusations against him that tanked his bid to be Attorney General, he still isn't really even a lawyer anymore. Nor was he ever really a lawyer. I don't know that he even tried a case during the 1 year he was in practice. But this is the guy who y'all want, Matt Gaetz? Because immediately I do think when these people in their heads think child sex scandal, they're like, oh, Matt Gaetz, yeah, let's bring him in. He knows how to handle this kind of thing, which of course tells you what they think of Matt Gaetz. But here's the thing, guys. Laura Loomer, by the way, has also been saying, appoint a special prosecutor. But these morons, these absolute people who do not have any brain cells to share, right? They each basically have 2 brain cells that are each fighting for 3rd place. Let's put it that way. They don't seem to realize that Trump's not going to appoint a special prosecutor because Trump's the guy. Trump's the guy doing the cover-up, not Pam Bondi. Trump's the one calling people like Charlie Kirk, for example, telling them stop talking about it. So it is a multi-tiered cover-up from Donald Trump. And the only reason he could be interested in doing that is because likely his name is all over everything. Trump is the only person that we have in both videos and photographs with Epstein, public. Okay? They were friends. They checked out women together. And Trump even admitted in an interview like 20 years ago, like, hey, I heard Epstein likes him young. So he knew about all of this. He knew. So MAGA, please, for the love of God, get it into your heads. This guy's not going to appoint a special prosecutor. He's not going to release anything because to do so would destroy him. And I do think eventually you guys are going to come to that realization, but it will likely be years after the rest of us have already basically come to that conclusion. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.